our analysts have chosen their dream teams for Stage 2. Doa, let's start with you.
All right, my dream team. Of course, you got to go with Fleta on DPS, man. He is so good. I would say arguably the best DPS in the league. But then, you know what? New York's at the top of the standings. Let's just throw the rest of the guys in there. I'm sorry, Libero. Sorry, man.
Well, why doesn't New York just trade Pine for Fleta and just make it a done deal?
I'm a little bit, you know, I don't want to say I was lazy with this one, but New York is really good, guys. I mean, Mano, Meko, they've got the synergy. Sabiel B is such an awesome hit scan player. Jonak and Arc, there's no better support duo in Overwatch League. So this is absolutely my dream team for Stage 2. It was almost a reality team in Stage 1.
No one from London either. Our Stage 1 champions. Weird.
No.
All right, go ahead, Monty.
Yeah, very weird, I think. I'm actually going to mix it up a little bit here. Still going to be a lot of teams at the top of our standings. I'm going to take Fleta with Birdring as my DPS. Birdring, I think, has been more consistent in high-pressure matches than Sabiel B has, and I think that Birdring is also going to be a little bit better on non-tracer heroes. For me, Gesture is the best tank so far in this stage. Does a great job controlling space. Meko is the best flex tank in the world. And I'm taking Toby for his shot calling abilities and for the fact that I think we're going to be heading into a more Lucio-centric meta. Arc is a great Lucio and has that synergy with Jonak, but Toby has historically been the best Lucio in the world. I keep Jonak on there. Obviously, you think, well, maybe Jae Hong if we're moving away from the Mercy, but I think Zenyatta is going to be very, very powerful still, and he can still flex onto the Ana when needed. So thinking about what's coming down the pike, I think this is going to be my choice.
Oh, Jonak, back-to-back lineup. Such a surprise. Mr. X, who you got in yours?
You got him here in another one, too. I went with Jonak and Arc as my support combination. I feel like they synergize really well together. I feel like Arc can get the job done on Lucio at a very high level. And then I went with Gamsu and Meko in terms of my tanks. I took Gamsu as my main tank because look at what he's done with, you know, an off tank who probably is not at the caliber of Meko, right? And then with the DPS players, how he's created so much space for Striker and Dreamcasper. Imagine him creating space for Birdring and Fleta with Meko as his off tank. It'd be extremely strong team.
I'm just amazed that I had more New York bias than you did in this segment. That's gotta be.
We all had full Korean bias, right? We had all Korean players, but that's really just because we're concerned about their communication. We want this to be top tier communication.
That's what it was all about, I'm sure. Shout out to Matt for picking someone that was not in the top 5. Well done, Gamsu. All right, well, guys, it's pretty interesting that you've all chosen Fleta, you all chose Meko, you all went with Jonak, but there were some deviations, and that happened with your second DPS as well as your main tanks here. So let's talk a little bit about these cores, and I want to start with you, Mr. X. You went Gamsu. Why is he the best tank to put on your dream team?
I went with Gamsu for the reasons I said. You know, he creates so much space for his DPS players. We saw it on Boston. We talk all the time about how good, you know, Dreamcasper and Striker are. Well, it's because the space that Gamsu is opening up. You see, he leads the league in Primal Rage limbs. You know, if he's playing with a off tank, let's say in the fantasy scenario like Meko, he's able to stay alive even longer, open up more space for players like Fleta and Birdring.
All right, Doa, he went Gamsu, but you went with Mano. Why are you going with the New York Excel tank?
Because here's the thing about Mano, right? I mean, he may not be the flashiest Winston in the league, but there's no more solid main tank than this guy. He won the World Cup, right? Look at that, lowest deaths per 10 minute on Winston in the league. That is a huge stat, right? For a guy that's paired on a team that plays this great defensive play. Also, played the first 2 maps of the finals, then they took him out. Janus played the last 3 and they lost. The results speak for themselves. Mano is the best.
I was going to say, at least you got him in the game.
The numbers did back you up well. I like that call. All right, Monty, last but not least, you did not choose Gamsu. You did not choose Mano. Instead, you went with Gesture, the only one on the championship lineup.
Yeah, let's talk about the numbers that really matter, Puckett. The reigning Apex Season 4 champion, our Stage 1 champion, Gesture, has been in both of these lineups as the starting tank. He has been outstanding, showing us the highest ceiling of tank play throughout all of last year, even if we saw more consistent play over the course of 2017 with Fisher. Love his personality, and the way he opens up space for Prophet and Birdring, I think, is second to none for a main tank. So I'd really like to see him coupled up with Meko on my roster. I think that would be absolutely terrifying.
That would be a very dirty duo right there. I like this comp a lot that Monty put together. Doa, you should rethink yours or start working for New York. Figure that out.
They're basically #1 in the standings right now, except for Fleta. Come on. How can this be argued?